Hi, this is Tom Soane, and if you're a buy-to-let investor, then I want you to remember that your property must always be open to offers. It must always be for sale. Now that's going to sound really weird and really controversial, especially if I'm talking to you and you are a person that is building your rental portfolio and you are buying properties that you want to just rent out and you want to buy more and buy more and buy more. But trust me, your property, you will make more money if your property is always available for sale and always open to offers. So let me explain that. And let me explain how you can make more money from that interpretation, that opinion, that method. Let's start with, let's say you've bought a property, right? You've just bought it just now, and you've calculated that your return on investment for your buy-to-let property is 15% per year. Well done. Cracking investment. Very, very pleased for you. Now let's say you buy that house and you know it's going to make 15% on your money, and someone comes along and says, oh, would you sell me that house? I'll offer you this amount. And the amount that they offered you will make you 25% return on your investment. Now, the question you have to ask yourself, do I want 15% every year, or do I want 25% now? Now, obviously, look, I'm not stupid. I'm not saying that you should not make 15%. You would take the 15% per year, right? Because after a year and a half, then you've already made more money than your 25% that you would have got as a once off. And also your 25% is once, the 15% is recurring. Wrong. No, right, that is right. But I would challenge that decision to keep hold of that rental property because of that calculation. And I'm going to explain to you why. In that exact example, you've got a buy-to-let property that is going to return you 15% per year on your investment. And somebody comes along and makes you an offer to buy that property from you, which is going to make you 25% on your return on investment right now, but once. So you sell it, it's gone, done. I would take that. And let me tell you why. Because I would take that 25% return on my investment and I would immediately reinvest it in another property that will then make me 15% per year. Now let's just look at the maths. Now I'm kind of just quickly working this out off the top of my head. This is not going to be so accurate. Well, I'm going to give it a go. Let's see how I get on. If I make 20, let's say that whole process takes 6 months, right? I bought the property and it's going to take me, I don't know, 6 months from when I bought it, done it up, and then sold it before I get my 25% return on investment, right? 6 months. Now, I will then take that 25% return on my investment because I've sold it. That's in my pocket. I'll immediately reinvest it. So the idea is that I could do that then by the end of that year. And now I've got the 25% return on my investment, plus now I've just reinvested it into a property that returns me 15% per year. So now I have the best of both. And that's what you want, right? You want to take that 25% return on investment and reinvest it in another property that's going to return you the same amount that you were going to get for the first place. So for me, that says, look, work out the maths, because there is a time frame thing here to consider. But generally speaking, really roughly speaking, I've just made 25% for free, because I'm still going to reinvest it and get my 15% buy-to-let investment. Just might have taken me 6 months to start getting that 15% return on my investment. So I've got 25% return on my investment for free. Now I know that sometimes I do rant these things out, and sometimes, that's why you'll probably notice if you listen to my podcast, sometimes I pull myself back a bit and slow myself down and try and emphasize certain bits. So hopefully you caught all of that and I explained it well. Because again, also, whilst I do sometimes catch myself and try and rein myself in a little bit, Sometimes I don't notice and I just go off on one. So especially when I'm talking about numbers and investments and stuff like that, I get really into it. So I want to recap. If you've got a buy, and the same mathematics works for any yield. If you've got a property that's generating you 10% yield per year, and someone comes along and offers to buy the property, which will generate you 15% return on your investment once, do it. Take the higher return on investment and reinvest it in what you were going to buy, what you were going to do originally. And that's the way you just keep growing, because what you'll end up with is, if you sell it and you get some cash in your pocket to reinvest, then you're going to start reinvesting more, and you might be able to now buy 2 properties, because you will have got your initial money back if you sell it, got that money and the profit. So maybe you put, I don't know, maybe you put 40 grand of your own money into that property, but now you've just taken out 65. So now all of a sudden we might be looking at a cheeky little two property deal. So now rather than 1 property at 10%, you're getting 2 properties at 10%, just because you took the right offer at the right time. So anyway, what I'm getting at here is that that your property must always be available for sale at the right offer. Always go for the higher yield, because you can always reinvest. It's just a pile of bricks, there's another pile of bricks down the road, remember that. Meaning there's plenty of properties around. You don't need to worry that this is the only property that's ever going to be sold. It is not. There's something like 1 million houses a year sold, or something stupid like that. I'd be interested to get that correct figure, actually. But do you know what? Try to remember that, because it's not a property. It's all about yield. It's all about turning your money into more money, making your money work for you. And what do you want? If you're an employer, if you're a business owner, obviously you want your staff to operate at their maximum output, right? The maximum they can possibly work. No business owner on the planet wants their staff to work at 80% of their capacity. No business owner on the planet wants their staff to take it easy. I promise. If you are that business owner, then I'd love to talk to you. But it's the same if you're a manager. If you're a manager, you don't want your team to take it easy. You don't want your team to work at half their capacity. And it's probably the same for yourself as a property investor. You don't want your money to work at underneath its capacity. You want your money to work at its maximum output. You want every single penny you invest to return the most it can return. And that's how you do it. I'm not saying sell all your properties. I'm trying to teach you maybe a different way of thinking about things. That if someone offers you a price for your property which is a higher yield than you'll get from renting the property out, then you should seriously consider that, because you can reinvest that money. You get your money out of that property, and you get the profit out, and you get a better yield than your existing property. But then you can use the extra money to either get higher yield on 1 buy-to-let property or a higher yield on 2. But your property's always got to be for sale, and you should always encourage your estate agent to know that, and remember that. And look, if anybody's got any thoughts on that, then let me know, because I'm trying to get you out of the habit of thinking of your property as a property and into the habit of thinking of it as an investment. I know you're scared of that. I know that if you've got a good property investment or a good buy-to-let property, the fear will set in if you think of, all right, I might make a bit of profit on it if I sell it now, but then I'll lose my good buy-to-let property. Yep, I get the fear, and the fear is real, and we have to acknowledge that fear and embrace it and use it. Use that fear to make sure we're doing the right thing. So look, if anyone wants any more advice on that, whether, you know, if you want me to help you with the calculation, you want me to check your calculation to make sure it's right. Has someone made you an offer on your rental property? More than happy to help. The usual ways to get in contact with me. Contact me through the Facebook page via a message, or you can email me. It's tom@pinkstreet.co.uk. I will answer all my messages and emails, but I do get a hell of a lot, so try to bear with me. I will come back to you as soon as I can. I want to try and help everybody I can, because my kind of mission, if you like, at the moment, all right, I'm trying to get myself out there, and by default I hope that I'm promoting my businesses, which is letting agent, which is Pink Street, estate agent, my own sourcing business. So I'm hoping I can get those businesses out there, but I'm not pushing those. I'm just trying to get my knowledge out to people, because I really want to help. I really want to make sure that people are investing well, and I think I know the way to do that, and so do other people as well. So anyway, I hope that helps. Remember, your property is always for sale, and I will talk to you next time.